Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a really comprehensive blueprint for achievement, both in your personal life and your career. And it's all based on the teachings of Dr. David Oppioli. So let's just kick things off with a question that, let's be honest, pretty much all of us ask ourselves at some point. And the source material we're looking at today offers a pretty structured answer to that huge question. All right, here's our game plan for this explainer. We're going to walk through this whole blueprint piece by piece, starting from the very foundation and building all the way up to the final structure. Okay, so let's jump right in. The source material here presents this not just as, a few helpful tips, but as a complete blueprint, a detailed architectural plan for actually constructing a life that's not only successful, but also truly meaningful. And just like any building project, a successful life has to have a rock-solid foundation. The framework we're exploring today says there are 5 essential pillars. These are the core materials that it claims are absolutely non-negotiable if you want to build something that lasts. So what are these 5 pillars? Well, here they are. First up, you've got knowledge. That's your skills, your expertise. Second, character, the integrity that actually makes you trustworthy. Third is people, which is all about the power of your relationships and your network. Fourth is something the source calls a supernatural advantage, describing this as a kind of spiritual or faith-based leverage. And finally, number 5, your environment, the setting, both physical and social, where you operate. Let's dig into that first pillar for a second, knowledge. The main idea here is all about being proactive with your own improvement. It's not enough to just be aware of what you don't know. You have to actively go out and find the training, the mentors, or the resources to fill in those gaps in your skill set. The source material makes this point in a really direct, no-nonsense way with this quote. The idea is that ignorance is just not an excuse, and being committed to constantly learning through training, reading, mentorship is an absolute must for any kind of real growth. Now, okay, I know there are 5 pillars, but we're actually going to jump ahead to the final one for a moment to highlight a really key concept, your environment. And this isn't just about where you live, it's about the people, the systems, and the culture that you're surrounded by. The source argues you basically have 2 choices: find the right environment, or if you can't find it, build it yourself. Now, this is a seriously empowering idea. It means you're not just a product of your environment, you are its architect. You actually have the power to consciously design your surroundings, everything from your friends to your daily habits, to actively support the person you're trying to become. Okay, so once you've got those foundational pillars set, the blueprint then outlines the structure you can build right on top of them. And this is shown as 5 distinct levels of growth. It's a journey from being a technician all the way to becoming a visionary. This progression is really a journey, right? It kicks off at the unskilled level, where your potential is still pretty raw. Then you become a skilled professional, a technician who can do a job and do it well. From there, you can climb into a managerial role, then up to ownership or partnership, and finally, you reach the top as a transformational leader who actually influences society. Now, you really need to pay close attention to the jump between being a professional and moving into a managerial role. This is, you could argue, the single most difficult transition in a person's career. It's a huge shift from being valued for what you can do to being valued for what you can get done through other people. You have to let go of doing everything yourself and learn a completely new set of skills based on leadership and empowering others. So what is it that powers your climb through all these levels? Well, the framework gives us this powerful metaphor, a core engine that works just like the 2 wings of an eagle, and you need both of them to fly. This whole concept suggests you need both wings to truly get off the ground. One wing represents your character, your integrity, your values, who you are when nobody's watching. The other wing represents your competence, your skills, your knowledge, your ability to actually deliver results. And the source material breaks this down even more. Character, or the image, is about your moral formation. It's what makes people trust you and see you as reliable. Competence, or the likeness, is about your professional development. It's what makes you skilled and capable. And here's the thing, having great character without skills just makes you ineffective. But having great skills without character, that makes you dangerous. And this quote just nails the main idea perfectly. You can't achieve sustainable, meaningful success with just one of these. You absolutely need both, that profound character and exceptional skill, to reach the highest levels of achievement and influence. So finally, the blueprint doesn't just end with your own personal achievement. It points towards something bigger, a higher purpose. It's about making the move from success to true significance. This is that transformational level we talked about earlier. And up here, success gets completely redefined. It's not just about personal wealth or climbing the career ladder anymore. It becomes about service, whether that's through public office, creating a foundation, or mentoring the next generation. The big takeaway here is that real fulfillment is found when what you've achieved actually contributes to the common good. It's all about using your success to solve problems and bring real value to your community and the world. So as we wrap up this explainer, it's really something to reflect on, isn't it? This framework lays out a whole path from developing yourself to leading other people and ultimately to serving society. So the question it leaves us with is this: where are you right now in this process of building? And maybe more importantly, who are you building it all for?